we needed a fire department through here. A lot of homes had burnt down and things like that, if we'd had a fire truck, we would probably could have saved them, but we didn't.
We decided that if we did have a fire, that it would be catastrophic. Well, as well as I can remember, in 1965, your grandfather, Leslie, Ray Austin, and Dick Austin, and myself decided that really we need a fire department in the villages.
Okay.
We invited people from some of the other neighborhoods to go with us, but they didn't want to put the fire station in Salvo. We had a piece of land that was donated by Mr. Perry Farrell from Salvo. So then money was tight. We didn't figure that we would be able to buy a piece of land, build a building, and purchase fire trucks anytime in the near future. So we decided that we would just go with Salvo, and if they wanted to come in at a later date, it was possible that they could do that. We chartered a fire department as a Salvo Volunteer Fire Department. Back when we started the department, practically everybody was related. So it really was almost one big family affair.
First money we got, my mama crocheted a doily and gave me, and I took my car and took Inez down to from the ferry dock right on through to Elizabeth City, and took chances on it. And Mr. I.G. Scarborough, the Avon, won the cover. Then from that, in the spring, we began to have fish fries. The men folk would catch the fish, clean them, ice them, and then we had to start, we had potato salad and coleslaw and hash browns. So I had to figure out how much of each thing we had to have for 2 days, because we had the fish fries Fridays and on Saturdays. And then got to the point that the men had to go all the way to Hatfields to get our fish, but they'd bring them back and clean them, and get them filleted for us, and they'll pack them in ice. And we had our fish shack up here to Salvo Marina, and we had it refrigerator, our stove, or our vat, and had a section in the vat for the fish and a section for the hush puppies. And then we delivered, I would take and deliver potatoes to each woman for the ladies' auxiliary, so many each day, and it was 50 pounds. We had 50 pounds of coleslaw each day. Once in a while we would lack, we wouldn't have to use all of the coleslaw or all the potato salad, so we could use that. Then we're having it back to back, that we could use a little bit of it. So that's what we did. Hush puppies was fixed every day, every morning, that we're going to have our fish fries that afternoon. And that's how we got our fire department started. We were building the house.
The ladies formed a ladies' auxiliary for the sole purpose, the primary purpose of raising money. We had fish fries, bake sales, chicken fries, any way that you could make $1. And we done well. Most of the fish I was donated myself because I was fishing at the time, and I donated most of the fish. All the other people helped clean them. A lot of supplies like cabbage and potatoes and stuff like that was donated by some of the businesses, which considerably helped, made the profits that much more. And the ladies really worked hard. The ladies auxiliary. Now, there's no question they're the ones that really made the money to keep it going.
I feel like that we done good. Yeah. At them years that and I just remember how many years we had fish rice. We had them up until they started giving tax money to the fire departments, and then we had to stop.
So the ladies auxiliary done all the preparation of the making it, and we done real good at it.
We made good money. We made good money on the fish rice. You know, we did the first year, first season we opened the fish rice. We got our firehouse, so you know that we made money. When we started and got enough money, they hired Eris Whitfield Jr. from Buxton to run our blocks. So center blocks for our, and they had I think it was Ray's, I'm not too sure, Ray Austin's cement mixer. You had to do it by hand, and they run the cement for the floor, and then Eris Jr. came up and run the blocks.
Most of the building, all of the foundation, the members hauled sand. We bought the cement and poured the floor. Your granddaddy and myself and Ellis Pugh, and I think at the time maybe Bert Hooper.
We didn't have no fire truck, and a man, now don't ask me what his first name is, his last name was Mr. White, and he called and told Dick and your Uncle Ray that they had a fire truck they would sell for $25.
They had a truck that actually was outdated, and for their purposes was not new enough to give them a reduction in their fire policy. So we weren't looking for that right at the time, so the truck was ideal for us. And as well as I remember, it was an old 45 or a 48 Ford fire truck.
So your Uncle Ray and Uncle Dick, your granddaddy, I don't know how many more of the men, went to Virginia Beach and got it. First Christmas dinner we had in there was we had the heat. We had to have coal. And people would give us buckets of coal to put in that stove, and we had no running water whatsoever there. And what we had to do, the first Christmas dinner we had the food up there, and we had dishes then. There weren't no paper plates or nothing like that. We had, and I brought them all home in tubs and had to wash them. Christmas Eve day.
Well, the North Carolina Fire Rating Department, Department of Fire Insurance, I think it was called, or anyway, they had a man that come around and conducted training exercises for rural fire departments. And sometimes they would be here, sometimes it might be to Buxton or Hatter, sometimes it might be to we even attended training sessions with the Park Service at Jockey's Ridge at the memorial, and anywhere they were having a fire meet or a fire training session, some of us would go, and that's the way we got our training as firefighters. Before they established the fire department in Rodanthe, we had a house that caught fire here in Waves, and at the time there wasn't anybody living in it, but we did get the fire put out. It belonged to Leland Midget up here, and that's actually the way the fire department got started.